Oh.
What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to That's So Jazz. An update on my life. As you know, I did a video about 11 months ago. Hold on, baby. That I'm going to post up here so you can click the link, where I talked about getting off a depot and wanting to have another baby. That was 11 months ago. So now I am pregnant. So he's gonna be a big brother. Are you excited? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to talk about, for the people that haven't been pregnant before or are pregnant now and maybe are earlier in their pregnancy than I am. I'm about 5 weeks, and maybe for the people that are in their 2-week wait or before that, I want to talk about some of the symptoms I have. Before I found out I was pregnant, I didn't really have any symptoms, and that's what gave me the clue that I was pregnant, because before my period normally come, I have really bad cramping. And then like the day before, yeah, basically just really cramping, and my breasts are really tender and things like that. So I noticed that my breasts weren't tender and I wasn't cramping. So I was like, this is kind of weird. It's kind of weird, but it's been times before, especially for my women that has been on their TTC journey. You know that it kind of sucks when you are okay with having a child or wanting a child, and you be like, oh, this is the month, and you take a pregnancy test and then it says negative. So I was just like, I don't want to take a pregnancy test and then it says negative, and then I'm like, why did I do that to myself? So I just decided, you know what, I'm not even going to take a pregnancy test. I'll just wait for my period. The day of my period.
Mommy.
Yes.
What did this?
My face?
No, that.
My lipstick?
Yes.
The day of my period, I noticed that it didn't come, and the month before it came like 3 days early. So I used this chart. I'm gonna put it in a video, but it definitely helps track your period, and it helps, hold on baby, hold on, and it helps track your pregnancy. So it's called PC, I guess, but it looks like this. My phone's charging, so I can't put it closer, but I'll put the link in the video in description below so that you can see. But this helped me keep track of when I ovulate. It helped me keep track of periods due. It helped me keep track of how long my cycle is. So this is really helpful. This is really helpful. And so it's good to know if you're on your TTC journey, this is a good app to use. Not to mention, when you are on your TTC journey, it's kind of stressful. As I say, when I wanted to have a baby, that was more than 11 months ago, because I did the video 11 months ago, but we were trying, not necessarily trying, because when you try, it kind of stresses you out, and you think about it constantly, and it's just very stressful. So I kind of this time just put it in the back of my head and just said, well, if the universe wants it to happen, it will happen, and I'll just leave it in God's hand. And it happened a year or so later. But I just try to enjoy life with just my toddler and my older son in the meantime, before I got pregnant. Okay, so I talked about the beginning. I don't know if I mentioned my symptoms, but I'm gonna go ahead and mention them now. So in the beginning, once I did find out I was pregnant, I started getting mild cramping. I started getting food cravings. I craved eggs and hot sauce. Some people say, girl, that sounds good, but I've never ate eggs and hot sauce in my life. So that was new for me. Dehydration. Now, I had this with my youngest son too. I was very dehydrated. I'm the type of person that don't drink a lot of water. I know it's not good, but I don't. And when I get pregnant, it's like my baby is like, well, you're gonna drink water now because I'm gonna take every fluid in your body possible. So dehydration for me was one sign that, okay, I could possibly be pregnant, because for some reason I want a lot of water. So dehydration, the cramps, my breast started getting very tender, tired. I started to be really tired. Like, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to study the business that I'm trying to do now. I'm going to study on my laptop, and then 3 minutes later I'm asleep. Like, or I'm trying to watch a show and it's like, this show is so good, and I'm like, ugh. So tired is another symptom. I actually wrote them down. Let me see. Oh, out of breath. Okay, so I do delivery. If anybody, you know, my family on YouTube, y'all know I do delivery. And recently I found out that I have, like, I would say asthma, because they gave me an inhaler. But it's been working for me. And when I walk up a bunch of steps to deliver to someone that topper level, I take my inhaler and I'm fine. But for some reason, I was just like out of breath on the second level. And I was just like, this is weird. Why am I out of breath? Why? Feeling dizzy. And that could be just due to dehydration. Bloated. Sorry for my toddler, you guys.
Where's me?
Oh, a big one. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. So a really big one was frequent urination. I thought that for my last pregnancy, I don't remember having to go to the bathroom a lot in the beginning. But for this pregnancy, I have to go to the bathroom a lot. So that was just like crazy, having to go to the bathroom all the time. Nausea. Moody. Okay, so I am not really a sensitive person. Like, I don't cry a lot. I'm not really emotional. So I don't know, one day out of the blue I was talking to my husband and I'm just like, and then oh my god. So I was like, now that I look back at it, you know, I didn't pay attention then. I just felt like my emotions were justified. But now that I think about it, I'm like, yo, I was totally pregnant and didn't even know it, because that was unreal. Like, why was I so sad? So, because that's not me. So that was a sign too. Okay, so today I had my first 5-week doctor's appointment. And when you go to your first 5-week doctor's appointment, they will do a pap smear if you haven't already had one recently, which I haven't, so I was due for one. So they give you a pap smear. They also just ask you about your pregnancy. You'll get some blood drawn to see are your levels growing. I gotta do some research on that. I used to know what that meant, well, the correct language to use, but basically it's to see if the pregnancy is at a certain number. Thank you.
Okay.
To see if your pregnancy is at a certain level. So I did get my blood drawn, and then I got referral to go get a sonogram. Now when I called the sonogram place, because my doctor said go this week to get the sonogram, but when I called them, they said that I can't come until I'm 6 weeks. So I have to wait till next week Monday and I go get the sonogram. And I definitely want to tell y'all about that. I don't think I can take y'all along with me because COVID, and like my husband can't even be there for the sonogram, which I'm kind of sad about that. Like, I would want him there every step of the way. With our youngest, he was there every step of the way. So that sucks, but they was like, you know, COVID and everything. Well, tell COVID I'm sick of them, okay? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you. But back to the subject. He cannot go with me, so I had to go by myself. And I definitely will update y'all about that. So I am officially pregnant. I'm super excited. My youngest he will be 4 this year. So they will be 4 years apart. and it's just unreal. Like, because as y'all know from the first video, I also leave the video in the description below, my first son and my second son are 12 years apart. I didn't have another baby for 12 years. So to have another baby when my middle son, well, now he will be the middle son, is 4, so like a toddler and an infant, I was like, yo, this is, but you know the crazy part about it, about timing, because my mom made me realize that my youngest son will be going to kindergarten next year. That is crazy. So it's not necessarily that I'm gonna have 2 babies in the house, because my youngest son is about to go to kindergarten and then I'll have an infant. So it gives me time, but with COVID and everything, honestly, I don't even know if he's going to be going into school next year. So I may still be with the toddler and the infant, but I'm okay with that. I like kids. I love kids. So, I mean, honestly, I hope this video was helpful. And if you have any more questions about the first 5 weeks of pregnancy, leave them down below and I definitely will answer your questions. I would love for y'all to come along on this journey with me. I know when I wanted to get pregnant, or when I was in the beginning of my pregnancy, I would watch a whole bunch of pregnancy videos just to see where they are, how things are going, and you know, I just want to give that back. I want to tell y'all, you know, what appointments I'm going to, what symptoms I have, so that you know what to look forward to, or you go along with me. If you're pregnant too, congratulations. So before I end this out, I want to say at 5 weeks your baby is the size of a pea. So your baby is about this small. So for all y'all, even me, because I was a little chubby before I got pregnant, that is not the baby. Stop it. That is not the baby. But that's okay, you still got it though. So this is my belly now, and exactly what I mean, this is not the baby. This was here before the baby, because the baby is about that small. But that's okay, because I'm still a bad. But I'm also going to tell y'all that I'm going to show my belly growth, and I'm also going to tell you an update on how big the baby is. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if y'all want to come along with me on this journey, please subscribe, and I will see y'all again on the next